You ever wake up, shuffle out onto your porch in your slippers, coffee steaming in your hand, only to realize overnight your whole damn ranch just got absorbed by the neighborhood? Yeah, sounds insane, right? No fire, no flood, no robbers in the night, just a piece of paper in my mailbox. One flimsy little letter saying my 50 acres, my family's land, was now somehow community property. According to some HOA I'd never signed up for, never paid, never even met. That's how my week started. Honest to God, you can't make this stuff up. So get this, apparently all my fields were suddenly public recreation space. My fences unauthorized, my barn an eyesore. My ranch passed down from my granddad, now open for dog walking, yoga classes, frisbee, you name it. And all I could think, standing there in my robe with my mouth hanging open, was, who the hell do these people think they are? That's when I realized this wasn't just some bureaucratic mix-up. This was a hostile takeover, but with clipboards and business casual instead of ski masks and crowbars. Before I drag you deeper into this circus, let me know where you're tuning in from. What time is it over there? And hey, if you love a little chaos served with your HOA drama, hit subscribe. Don't let me be the only one losing sleep over this stuff. A few hours after the letter, the real show started. An HOA-branded sedan rumbled up my driveway like it owned the place, dust kicking up that logo, slapped on the side like some sheriff's star. Out steps this woman, Margaret Dawson, president of the Willow Creek Homeowners Association. You know the type. Blazer so tight she might pop lips pursed like she's about to scold a toddler, eyes scanning everything for violations. She's got a clipboard hugged to her chest like it's the Ten Commandments. Trailing behind her two board members. Overdressed, overconfident, not a callus between them. Margaret calls out Mr. Monroe like she's reading my name off a search warrant. We sent you a letter about the community land designation. She says designation like she's opening a theme park, not trying to steal my livelihood. I didn't say a word, just crossed my arms and stared, letting the silence grow thick. People like Margaret aren't used to being ignored, you know. Finally, she snaps, tapping her clipboard. We'd like to discuss the next steps. I raise an eyebrow. Next steps. She grins, syrupy sweet. Your land has now been incorporated into the HOA jurisdiction due to historical community usage. So we'll need your cooperation in removing private property signage, any unauthorized fencing. I cut her off, hand up. Wait, incorporated into your HOA? My land. She slows her words like she's explaining clouds to a dog. Yes, Mr. Monroe, it's all perfectly legal. She tries to keep her smile, but I can tell she's used to people just rolling over. Not today. Behind her, one of the board guys pipes up, tall, thin, nervous. I've personally walked through your eastern pasture. Beautiful view. I stare at him. You walked through my pasture? Yes. The HOA shared a community map and... Which is trespassing, I say. Margaret laughs. Fake as a $3 bill. Oh, Mr. Monroe, you're misunderstanding. Once incorporated, community members may use the land responsibly. It fosters unity. She's got a whole speech. I step closer, not threatening, just enough so she has to look up at me. So you took a vote just among yourselves and decided you could take my land? She tilts her head. To the community, yes. No to you, I shoot back. You voted to steal my land. That wipes the smug look off her face for a heartbeat. Just as I'm about to tell her to get lost, a silver SUV pulls in. Doors fling open, family of 4, golden retriever bounding out, waving at Margaret. We heard the HOA open the ranch for recreation, the dad says. He tosses a frisbee to his kid and strolls right into my pasture like he's at a county fair. Whoa! Hey, I shout, marching after them. What do you think you're doing? The dad blinks at me, all innocent. Using the community space. It is not community space, I snap. The mom jumps in. But the HOA said, I don't give a damn what the HOA said, I growl. Get off my property. The dad, still scratching his head, goes, No need to be rude, buddy. Oh, I was seconds from dragging them out by their Patagonia fleeces when Margaret lays a hand on my shoulder like we're old friends. Jack, she purrs. This is what community looks like. I shrug her off. There's space, huh? More cars roll in SUVs, minivans, folding chairs, portable grills, kids chasing kites, volleyball nets going up. It's a full-blown block party on my ranch. My patience finally snaps. Margaret, get these people off my property. Now. She widens her eyes, playing the saint. Jack, no need for hostility. This transition will go smoother if you cooperate. If you don't get off my land in 5 seconds, I'll personally escort you out with a garden hose. That got her attention. She bristles, spins on her heel, board members scurrying behind like anxious ducklings. The trespassers slowly pack up golden retriever, looking back at me like I'm the villain. As the last SUV peels away, Margaret hisses, "You'll be hearing from our lawyer." I grin, one of those slow, mean, not nice grins. "You'll be hearing from my shotgun," I reply, just before she guns it down the drive. And right then, as the dust settled, I realized this wasn't just some petty HOA spat. This was war, a land war, and I was going to fight it with every stubborn bone I inherited from my grandfather. That night, I barely slept. Every time I shut my eyes, I saw strangers on my ranch, grilling ribs near my barn, kicking soccer balls into my pastures. By dawn, I was out on the porch, coffee in hand, half expecting a marching band to start warming up on my front lawn. Sure enough, a blue minivan cruises in, kids spilling out like popcorn, mom in yoga pants and sunglasses with 2 iced coffees. The HOA said the ranch is open for playgroups. She beams. Not here, not now, not ever, I say, trying not to shout. She blinks, baffled, like I'm the crazy one. But Margaret said Margaret lied. I say this is private land. Now get your kids off my field. No sooner do they leave here come a bunch of teens in a dented pickup, backpacks, and a drone. We're filming a school project. The HOA said it's a designated scenic area. I nearly dropped my coffee. You boys lost off my land. By noon, I'd turned away a yoga class, a dog walking group, a guy with a metal detector. Margaret had unleashed a full-scale invasion. The final straw. I find a heavy-set guy with a tank top and a smoker flipping ribs on my grass. "Hey man, want some HOA? Said this is a grill-friendly zone." I stare. "You have 10 seconds to get that thing off my land before I haul it to the highway myself." He packs up fast. By the end of the day, I'm exhausted, furious, and realizing if I didn't fight back now, it'd never stop. I start snapping photos, every car, every picnic, every trespass. That's when Margaret herself rolls in again, white Lexus, sparkling sunglasses so dark they could block out guilt. "Jack, we've received complaints about your behavior toward the community." I laugh, hollow. "You mean the behavior where I defend my own land?" She brandishes the clipboard. "Your electric fence poses a safety hazard." "Only to thieves," I reply. The neighbors are starting to grumble. Someone mutters, "Wait!" "Is that true?" Margaret's face turns beet red. "We demand you remove it." "I'm not in your HOA," I say. She snaps, "That is disputed. Not by anyone who can read." I shoot back. She tries to rally the crowd, but now people are murmuring, looking at the paperwork I'm holding up, realizing Margaret lied. She threatens more legal action. I threaten to bill them for 20 years of unpaid dues if they want to call me an HOA member. That's when it clicks for everyone. If my land's community property, they're on the hook for the cost. The crowd turns, people shouting about dues, about forged annexation forms, about Margaret's $12,000 flower pots at the neighborhood entrance. Someone calls a motion to remove her as president. Dozens of hands fly up. Margaret's out, overthrown by her own people. You'd think that'd be the end. But no, Margaret's got one last card. She files a complaint with the county, tries to bring in outsiders, men in suits with fake badges. They threaten inspections. I threaten trespass charges. She tries to paint me as the villain. I just keep stacking evidence and sending it to Curtis, my lawyer. The real twist. The new board, Derek, and some of the quieter neighbors show up on my porch a week later. They want me to be the new HOA president. I nearly choke on my coffee. Me. "Jack, you're the only one who stood up. You could actually dissolve the HOA." That stopped me. I hated everything about HOAs, but ending one that I could do. Long story short, they hold a vote. I'm elected president of the very organization I spent weeks fighting against. My first act, I dissolved the HOA right there in front of everyone. Cheers music, actual hugs. It felt like a jailbreak. No more fines, no more arbitrary rules, no more Margaret. Just me, my ranch, and peace at last. That night, barbecue on my land, neighbors laughing, dogs chasing kids, Curtis grinning with a plate of ribs. I realized how close I'd come to losing everything, not to a thief in the night, but to paperwork and arrogance. So here's my message. Know your rights. Protect what's yours. Never let anyone, no matter how official they look or how many signatures they collect, bully you off your own land. Have you ever tangled with a wannabe tyrant or a paper-pushing Karen? Drop your story in the comments. I want to hear how you fought back. And if you enjoyed this wild ride, hit that subscribe. There's plenty more where this came from.